They getting BBLs for ball.
That's what it seems.
Okay, I got a few
Ball
things.
BBLs. Get the out of here.
It is described.
Brazilian ball lift. Welcome back to Macrodosing. It is Tuesday. It's May 12th. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Life is a journey. Some days feel good. Others feel overwhelming. Whatever's keeping you up at night, it's easy to feel like you have to figure it all out on your own. But the truth is, no one has all the answers, and no journey should be alone. Having someone with you to listen, to understand, and to support you can make all the difference. Quality therapists at BetterHelp. They've got therapists that work according to a strict code of conduct. They're fully licensed in the United States. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally, and it works. With an average of 4.9 out of 5 rating for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews, you don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support, have someone with you in therapy. Sign up, get 10% off. BetterHelp.com/dose. That's BetterHelp.com/dose. All right, we're back on Nanodosing. We got a little itty-bitty dosing today, and it is May 12th. I'm excited to be back in the studio with you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, we got aliens. We finally got the alien files that we all have been clamoring for. So congratulations to us. We've seen them. We learned a lot. They turned it all over. The aliens are here, kind of. I don't know. There are actually really no new evidence of anything. Just a couple files.
I mean, it's not that I'm disappointed. It's just that, I so want there to be life out there that there's just nothing of significance that I saw. I didn't scour over all of it, but I looked at it a good bit. I didn't see much.
Are y'all of the opinion that the government has information that they're not turning over, or that we just don't have that much to begin with?
I think that there's information that they're not turning over, but it might not be like smoking gun stuff about, we've got aliens, here's where they are, here's what they look like. I do think that there's been a lot of stuff that we've said is alien technology that everything's so siloed when it comes to like the Defense Department and the different branches of the military. We've got technology that we're working on as a government, and then some people don't know about that technology, and so they see it and they're like, what is that? And it's experimental stuff that we're developing on our own. But we also like the fact that people think that we've been in touch with aliens, because then it makes us and our military seem like, I don't know, we're a little bit more advanced, that we're able to detect these aliens, or that maybe we've captured a couple aliens, or that we've captured their spacecraft, and we're working on their like extreme technology. I think we like other countries thinking that we've got all that stuff that we're working on, because then they have to spend a lot of money to try to catch up with the technology that we might have. That's what I think.
The only, as y'all know, I'm not an alien guy. The only thing that gives me pause is I was listening to Representative Tim Burchett on Joe Rogan the other day, and he's a massive alien guy. And he talks about the meetings he's had with military personnel who claim to have seen things that are impossible. Mm-hmm. And then they can't say anything, because then they have to get a psych evaluation, and then they get discharged from the military and all this. So that's the only thing that gives me a bit of pause.
Yeah.
This is a classic. Yeah, we're going to give you the info on the UFOs, and it's these. Do we not have? What are these cameras on these planes? The radar. How do we not have?
You're talking about like the targeting pods that pick up on things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're designed to not be like high definition cameras. They're designed for targeting laser systems.
Pick up like a heat signal.
So yeah. So if you're like flying in an F-18 Hornet, we're talking wing. Mm-hmm. The targeting pod is designed to like find a heat signal or something that's moving on the ground, and then you can target it with that, and you can lock like a laser guided bomb onto it with that targeting pod.
Okay.
So like in Top Gun 2, where they go over the top of the mountain, one guy's got to lock up that thing on the ground with the targeting pod, and then the other person hits the bomb release that goes down and follows that targeting.
I understand. Yeah. Seems like useful technology. Mm. on these $700 million planes, can we not just attach a GoPro somewhere? Like, I mean, somebody's got to be able to figure that out.
I mean, the spy planes do have very, very like high definition cameras. But yeah, we don't have like our military planes aren't flying around with like a Panasonic HVX attached to a wing.
But they could.
But what would be the point of that? Just in case you see an alien.
The plane already costs $700 million.
You're thinking like a dash cam, like the Russian dash cam footage that we have that seems to be in high definition everywhere.
Yeah, you can watch a drone kill somebody.
Yeah, but we should have. Okay, yeah. Listen, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very cost prohibitive.
The other problem with that is like if it's one of the brand new planes that's designed to be like as stealthy as possible, having a camera on the outside that's not built into like the airframe would be something that radar would bounce off of, and it would make it less stealthy.
Build it into the airframe. I don't know what that means. Just do it.
Okay, all right. We'll see what we can do about that for you. We still don't have anything. Yeah. It's a big nothing burger that came out.
Yeah, and you could do both though, can't you? You can put a GoPro right by the super secret laser guided tracking system, whatever the fuck. Just put a GoPro right by it.
Yeah, you could. I just don't know that it would zoom in because those laser guided things they zoom in pretty far. But I know what you're saying.
We can get a zoom in camera. We have a damn satellite that has been traveling hundreds of thousands of miles away from Earth. We can get a goddamn camera. But again, I don't think they think there's anything out there. That's what I think.
Wait, you don't think that the government thinks that there's anything out there?
I don't think the government thinks we've been visited.
Okay.
That would be the single most important discovery in human history, bar none. And we have put $0 to it. Maybe I want to say zero. No, we haven't, have we?
Well, no, we've put money to it. We set up that entire like satellite dish farm out in the desert, the SETI or whatever, to try to find extraterrestrial radio signals.
True. Okay, take that back. Very little resources we've allocated to it because I don't think they think we're being visited at any high rate or anything like that. It's not high on a priority list, which makes me think we're not being visited.
We're using our technology to try to find the stuff that they're sending to us, like the radio signals. Like assuming that aliens in a distant galaxy they've come up with like the exact same radio technology that we came up with, like in parallel, but millions of light years away. What if aliens have music? What if they've got like 1,000 years of recorded music that they can send to us? That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Lit. That would be fire. Because I mean, it is. I mean, this universe, although vast in materials and elements, it's all made up of pretty much the same shit. So it's likely that they communicate in a similar way, some kind of vibration that we'll be able to pick up, albeit, sound waves, light waves, radio waves. There's only so many ways that we are aware of. Anyway, you're right, but whole bunch of shit that we don't know, dark matter, dark energy, which is interesting.
So, but Arian, you and I kind of we think the same way when it comes to like AI generated music, which is like get that shit out of here. But what if it was aliens and they're like trying to reach us, and we discover an alien civilization, and they've got like the last 300 years of their music that we start listening to is generated by the alien version of AI that they came up with. When we first got it, we would just be like, this is alien music. Like, aliens made this music. And we'd probably be like, this is pretty cool. But when we do it, I'd be like, this sucks.
Naturally. Yeah. I think there's a reason for that, though, because that would still be a foreign culture's take on their experience of the universe, right? Ours is not. Ours is our culture, and we know that this AI is just hijacking real artists. Mm-hmm. And experiences. So I would be,
which is an accurate representation of the human experience on Earth, right?
Touche. I've been on record saying there's not a real rational reason that I don't like AI. It's kind of irrational. Um, but it's still there. I think it's the human in me.
Mm.
Like I just don't like that shit. And that's what it boils down to. I don't have like a big reason
Mm-hmm.
why. Guess I don't like that shit. I think human shit should be human shit. I think alien shit should be alien shit. But I don't know. If the board comes along and they say this is our entertainment, I'm going to tap. It's like Kanye. I might not like it, but I'm gonna tap in and see what's
Yeah.
popping. Yeah.
We got some other stuff in the news this week.
Something has just crossed my desk that is not on the sheet because I just found out about it.
Okay.
And I would posit, Arian, you said the most important discovery in human history would be if aliens visited us. I think this tops that.
Okay.
Are we familiar with Ballmaxxing?
Ballmaxxing.
Yeah.
Ballmaxxing.
Is it what I think
No.
it might be?
It's pretty inherent in the name. Yeah.
Does it have to do with testicles?
Yes.
So it's seeing how big you can get your balls.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, cool.
Apparently the Arian, we've talked about the looks-maxing crowd.
Yep,
I guess
I'm hip.
many of these young lads are now injecting saline into their scrotum to make their balls larger.
Okay.
And that is discuss.
Okay.
They getting BBLs for ball.
That's what it seems.
Okay, I got a few things.
Ball BBLs. Get the fuck
It
out
is
of here.
described.
Brazilian ball lift.
It is described in a Fox News headline as, quote, electrifying, addictive, euphoric, and transcendental.
Okay. All right. So now
For the record, Fox News isn't saying that. They
Yeah.
got that quote from somewhere, just to be clear.
now I've got like three things that I'm thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I think this is Fox News seeing something that like two people are doing, and
This is
they're
not-
like, this is a great headline. If we can write an article and have this article on our website.
This is several places, but
Yeah, but I think if you trace that far enough, I think you'd find that it's not a large amount of people that are doing the ball maxing.
it's on Forbes, by the way. It's
yeah.
not. This
But
isn't
still,
just
all these websites, they work the same way, which is like we need a trend to get clicks off of.
Yeah.
Here's a brand new thing that kids are doing. It's probably like 5 people that are doing this. So that's my first thought. My second thought on this is seems dangerous. And then my third thought on this is it's really stupid to do it. Not, set aside all the medical reasons and health reasons why it's probably bad for you, but also all it's going to do is make your dick look smaller. If you got giant balls, it doesn't matter if you got a hog.
You're telling on yourself, man.
Yeah, maybe. But if Arian, if my nuts were the size of grapefruits, people would be like, that guy's hung like a twig. What's going on? It's all about aspect ratio.
It's funny you said grapefruit.
Yeah.
A 57-year-old man by the name of Marcus told Men's Health magazine that he's been obsessed with making his balls bigger for decades. It's a, quote, passion he thinks grew out of the comic books he'd read as a child. By his own measurements, his scrotum is bigger than a mango at 14.5 inches.
It's too big.
He has managed to grow it that size by injecting a surgical lubricant called Surgilube.
Yep.
Oh. He said, I'm astonished at how flexible the testicles are. They just expand.
Yep.
There's a company out there called Surgilube. I feel like
Surgilube.
that's bearing the lead a little bit.
Yeah, I guess you need lubricant for a lot. I've been watching The Pit. You got to get into some places sometimes.
I don't think I wouldn't want to have Surgilube. I feel like that's too trivial of a name for something that important.
Yeah, you want like Lube RX.
I'd prefer if lube wasn't in the name.
All right. Yeah. What about Glide?
I was just going to say Surgiglide.
Surgiglide. That's a great name, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great name. Yeah, I think that again, going back, these guys have body dysmorphia again. They're just obsessed with ruining a part of their body. Like, how big is too big? Is there a prize?
I don't know.
Is there like a convention that these guys have?
Would you rather inject Surgiglide into your balls or hammer and chisel your jaw? Is it a bone hammer? Is that what they call it?
I think probably hammer and chisel my jaw, because with that one, it's you're just like kind of hitting your face. I don't think you're technically like shattering anything or doing permanent damage.
I think they try to.
maybe. But yeah, I when it comes to injecting something into my balls, I'm out.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to interject there about Ballmaxxing.
Yep, could have done without that one, but hey,
If I had to see it, so
now
do
I know.
you.
I ain't mad at it.
We do have a hantavirus update. The hantavirus. We've got now French national. We've got an American national that have tested positive. I think the American is not symptomatic, but is definitely testing positive. We've got 17 Americans that are quarantining in Omaha, Nebraska right now. This does sound, just the fact that we've got 17 Americans quarantining in Omaha does sound like the start of like an apocalypse movie, right? That's probably where they would be quarantined.
Omaha is too specific.
Yeah.
By the way, it said, I believe, 42 days they're going to be quarantined in Omaha. I don't know if people know this. In about 30 days, a lot of people going to be going to Omaha for an event they have there in the summer.
Is this a plot to take out the SEC?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, stay away from those Jello shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, the College World Series is going to be there. How's Tennessee looking, by the way?
We have stunk most of the year, but we just beat number 4 Texas in a series, so we're trending upwards. We're going to be in the tournament.
Okay, how much college baseball do you watch over the course of a year?
It depends how good we are. This year, I have watched 20 of our games.
Okay.
As opposed to in a year that we were top 5 in the country, I'd watch every single one.
Okay.
But I watch more than 99% of sports fans.
I would agree with that.
Speaking of which, I got back to watching my Brewers, right? So it was a lazy weekend. And like Connor said on a text, said we needed a little spark.
Connor.
So I decided to tune in, I decided to tune in, and it just so happened when I tune in, we sweep the Yankees. I'm not saying it's because of me. I'm just saying it's an odd coincidence. That's all I'm saying.
Could be the spark they needed.
Miz could be the spark we needed. Miz was on the mound too. I had no idea. I was just like, all right, let me catch a Brewers game. I had no idea what was going on. And Miz, he got probably the highest praise a pitcher can get. The best hitter of this generation after the game. He says that's the best fastball I've ever seen. That's what he said about
Wow.
the Miz. So yeah, I hope we can, lock the little man's down.
Are
man.
you aware that in the
down.
first inning of that game, I believe he threw the 5 fastest pitches in Major League history?
I am. I mean, afterwards, I wasn't aware during, but afterwards, I saw the stat that the Brewers.
How fast were they?
Which is
103.5 or something. They were 103.
Wow.
And then he had.
I mean, Mans is insane. Like he's cold. He's like that. And this was better. Usually last year, when he would be like, it wasn't to the playoffs, so they let him spend like 4 or 5 innings. Like after like 2 to 3 innings, he was kind of like, all right, it's probably time to sit him. He would probably give up the booty a little bit. He went like 5, 6 innings. And so it's my first time seeing this year. I don't know that they did this the whole year, but I mean that's heavy. And he was throwing that thing. So, young man's is growing. I like to see it. Love it.
Yeah.
You back in?
I'm back. I mean, I never left. It's just
busy.
Big T, when you grind in your golf game, it's just life gets in the way, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 5 handicap now.
Wow.
I love that.
5.8, but
5.8. You round down? Do you always round down on the handicap? Do you round down on the handicap?
Well, clearly.
Yeah. If you see the number 5, I actually think that's the more honest way to do it.
Cracking that shit. Hey, when I see 5, I'm a motherfucking 5. Or just leave it at 6 then. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I'm a 5 point nothing, Rob. That's what I am.
I do think that's probably the most honest way to do it, because if you're playing against somebody, then you're calling yourself a 5, then if anything, you'd be punishing yourself by rounding down.
You're right. If we're actually playing and people ask for strokes and shit, I'll say 5.8, and then you can calculate it as need be. Like we got another turn. So it's a group of like 10, 15 brothers in Houston. And we get together for every major, and we play this big tournament. And so the PGA is coming up, so we're playing the PGA one. So we just did the Masters, and we do it by handicaps.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has a fair shot, because we got some dudes that's in there scratch 2, 3. And so it makes it fair for everybody. But if I'm ever fading somebody one-on-one, I don't ever ask for strokes. I don't care what. That's just me though.
Okay.
I don't like strokes. Hot take.
We are. We're also getting an update. Last week we were talking about Danny Woodhead trying to qualify for the U.S. Open.
Oh yeah, how my man?
So he finished 1 stroke out of qualifying for the next round. Which means that he is the first alternate. So if one person can't make it, Danny's going to be playing in there. So it's still pretty good.
You know what we got to do. You know what we got to do. Me and you.
Tanya Harding.
We got to go Tanya Harding.
I asked him, like, who do you want me to beat up, Danny? Who do you want me to delay somehow? I'm not above doing something, and like I'm not going to get into details of what I can do, but
hey, shit happens every day.
I always say that.
Shit happens every day. So it's a wild world out there. You know what I mean?
I always say that.
Shout out to him though. That's a hell of an accomplishment, man. Like I know I haven't been playing that long, but I know the mental grind and the grind it takes to constantly improve your game and then do it in a competitive setting. It's not an easy thing to do. So shout out to him. I don't know him, but like respect my way.
Arian, I played my first round this year on Saturday. I'm sending you a picture right now. This was a 290-yard par 4, and I hit the ball to within about 4 feet of the hole. Now, don't ask if I made the ensuing putt, but I did get a birdie on that hole. I don't know if I don't know if we're going to be able to get Brandon Walker in here. We thought we might, but he's recording mostly sports. We'll put it in later if we do. But he wanted to complain about something, and I want to hear what y'all think about this because I know what he was going to complain about.
You do?
Yeah, okay. 100%. We had a great time out there playing golf. So on the first or second hole, he had a putt that was a gimme. It was 2 or 3 feet.
Brandon said 18 inches.
Could be.
Okay. He told me 18 inches.
And I said, are you not gonna knock that in? He was like, no, why would I? And I said, I didn't whack the ball all the way down here to not put it in the hole. I always hit. I want to hear it hit the hole. That's the whole point. I could whack it around in my yard all day and not need to be on a golf course. So I don't understand people hitting the ball all the way down there and then just picking it up. I like to see it go in the hole. So he took that to mean like, I am demanding you hit the ball in the hole. I don't care. Do whatever you want. So then for the rest of the round, he was putting everything out and missing what he would have just picked up. So he got mad at me because I said I like to hit it in the hole because I like to hear I like to hear it go down in the hole.
It's a good, yeah. That's a great impression.
Right. And then he got mad at me like I was the one, like I did something.
Yeah.
So that's what he's upset about.
Oh yeah, I would love for him to come in here because the thing about that is, like, so when I first got introduced to golf, it was probably like a year and a half in when I got introduced to golf. I started golfing with these cats, and they was like, I was looking like, I had like a 2 foot, 3 foot, whatever the case may be, and I was looking like it's good, and they was like, nope, gotta sit. We play golf, not gimme. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
now,
yeah.
a lot of us is like friendly stuff, but like we bet all the time, and so when there's money on the line, like, nah, I gotta see that shit. Put that shit in. Because what you'll find a lot of times is it'll be especially the downhill putts. I'll never give a downhill putt. I don't give a fuck how close it is. Because people fuck that shit up all the time. And to me, that's the most intricate part of the game. It'll make or break you. And that tests people's games. And this is why I don't believe anybody's handicap until I see it. I done play with +2s, scratch, 3, whatever the case may be. And when you see them play, you be like, you pick up a lot of putts, don't you? Yeah, because when you start to make them putt it out, that'll be an extra 3 or 4 strokes throughout the round, maybe 4 or 5. Like that'll change your score. It'll change your handicap. If you don't, you gotta make people putt.
And I wasn't even saying it like that. I was just telling him like I didn't hit 8 shots right here down here to not see it go in the hole. That's the whole point.
I agree. I'm the same way. I'm like I'm gonna finish even when people try to give it to me, I'm still gonna finish it out. Like, I don't understand the point of it. Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Unless the way that makes sense is if it's just a friendly game and it's on a Saturday, Sunday, okay, and the course is packed and people are waiting, go and pick up the 2 footer. We're good. Let's go. You know, and you're trying to move the round along.
Do you ever put out like somebody says that's good, and then you step up and try to hit it anyways? And then what if you miss that?
like I said, it depends on what's happening. Like if it's a money game, we rarely say it's good, but if we do, if it's good, it's good. You just pick
Yeah.
it up because if you miss it, they'll be like, I gave it to you, but you putted it out. So that's your score. So if you do that just for the strength, like it was good. More oftentimes than I would say 80, 90% of the time, if you was to mark it, set it up, line it up, take your time, you would make it. But because you're standing over tapping it in, that's where you lose it. But
Yeah, because you're not you're not treating it like a real putt.
yeah, and so that's why we always say like there'll be guys that'll walk up to just put it in, to like tap it in, and we'd be like, hey man, take your time. Take your time. That means mark it, take your time. Because if you miss it, stroke is what it is. It's fun playing like that, but I get it. I get people that just,
Yep.
different strokes, literally.
Yeah, it's interesting because Brandon came up to me. He was just like, Big T doesn't do gimmies. No gimmies.
I don't for myself, but that's because it's the opposite of what you would think. It's not like I'm trying to beat you, I need to see you make that putt. It's I'm so bad at golf that I didn't spend 15 minutes hitting it out of the rough to get down here to not see it go in.
There are sometimes, sometimes you'll be playing around in the first like 3 or 4 holes. You'll end up just like, I don't know, 6 inches from the cup after your last shot. And then you haven't actually seen a ball go in the hole.
Right.
And it's been like an hour. And you're like, I would just like to see a ball go in the hole.
Exactly. I see
that.
it go in on every single hole.
Yeah, I get that.
And so yours is not nefarious. It's more like, nah, dog, I just want to.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I didn't tell him like you need to put that out. I was like, oh, you don't care if you see it go in. That was my thing.
You know what that is? That's projection. That was his own conscience.
Yeah, and then he's mad about it.
You were just like,
I don't care.
I'm with you. Now we gotta say it. We gotta be like, you gotta see it. I'm nefarious. I want to see that shit go in. Be you cheating yourself,
right? And he wouldn't be mad if he made those 3-foot putts the rest of the round. It was that he missed them, and he was blaming it on me.
100%. This is your score. As we say, take your time, player. Take your
Very
time.
appreciative of Brandon having me out to his club, though. Very nice.
Yeah, was it nice?
Yeah, you got to go out there.
Hey, when I pull up to your wedding, right? This is your last golf round before you're incarcerated, right?
Incarcerated?
I was just joking. I'm joking.
Yes. You and I will
round.
play golf. That will very likely be the last time I play golf before I am married. Yes.
Yeah, last golf is a free man. Where we got to do it. We got to do it big, man. Where we doing it?
I don't know. That course we played last time is supposed to be like one of the nicest in Chicago. I think Cog Hill is the other one that people talk about being really good.
That's the one. It's like one of the #1 public courses in the country.
It's hard.
Well, but there's like the one that they've played PGA Tour events at. That one's not for tee. Now, I guess we're doing it me and you. That's fine.
We can do
but they have multiple.
The time that's what I'm saying. At the time when we did our Break 80 series, I had never even broken 80 before, so I don't know. We had no business doing that.
Right.
I've broken 80 plenty of times. Now it's like, it's a legit like venture. We could do damage right now.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever you want.
Let's set it up. Cog Hill. Because I think you have to book it like 2-3 weeks in advance. Too,
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get my assistant on it.
All right.
Maybe get you guys out to Medina.
I'm not familiar with her work.
Medina is a golf course. Hosted a Ryder Cup.
Wow.
It's hosting, I believe, the President's Cup this year. Yeah,
you try and pull up to me and Big T. Let's try to.
What day are you going to do it?
We're gonna do it Wednesday. Let's do a break par, all 3 of us.
Yeah. I'm down.
Hell yeah. I didn't, unless you cool with that? Big
of
T?
course.
I don't want to just assume you're cool to hang out with Eric like that.
Yeah. We've hung out outside of work at least once.
Socially.
Before. Between 1 and 5 times.
You guys know each other's favorite beverage of choice?
I mean, y'all know mine. But see, he does all this. Here's the problem with Arian.
Big T, yours is high noon, right?
That was good.
Just kidding.
See, he does these wacky little bits. Oh, I'm so zany. And then you never know what's real and what isn't.
What are you talking about?
So he drinks, so he goes out and drinks Malort, and you don't know, like, does he actually like that, or is he doing a bit?
I'll drink a shot of Malort any day, yeah.
What is Malort?
Kind of wakes you up a little bit.
It's a Chicago thing. It's repulsive.
You wouldn't like it.
Malort.
Its whole brand is like, look how disgusting this is. You got to try it.
Yeah, it's meant to kind of weed out the phonies.
You ain't a real alcoholic.
Yeah. It's like Arian, you go to Disney World. You know that drink at the thing at Epcot where they're like, oh, you got to try this. It's the Italian soda or whatever, and it's disgusting. That's the whole brand of Malort.
You know, it was kind of like that to me. Also, the butterbeer at the Harry Potter joint. Like, it's cool, but it's not. The hype ain't.
I tried that once. It just tasted like you were drinking straight cane sugar. Like,
yeah, butterscotch. Yeah. Like, yeah. You know what is worth the hype though? The cone at the How to Train Your Dragon jump. That little macaroni cone. My kid was like, we gotta get the macaroni cone. I'm like, Doug, I'm not gonna eat the macaroni cone. He was like, you gotta eat the macaroni cone. I ate the macaroni cone. I went back and I double.
What is the cone made of?
I don't remember. It's like some kind of bread, like a waffle type
This
vibe.
Is at
I don't remember
Universal?
exactly. Yeah, I think so. It was the best food I've had at a theme park.
A crunchy seasoned toasted bread cone.
There you go. Yeah. I'm telling you,
it looks kind of like a sandwich roll almost.
Yeah, it's a little cone, and then I had two of them shits because it was that good. It was bomb. Anyway, we diverted. Do you know his favorite drink, Eric?
Yeah, he likes the Angry Orchard.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Okay.
No, we'll go out there. We'll play. I'm down to play. Let me see what I can find out. I'll see if I can get us set up with a good round. I do like Cog Hill, but it's very hard. Lots of trees. Me and trees don't get along.
I don't like trees. There's one course around here. It's like a link style, no trees.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, are you talking about Harborside?
No, it's not as good as that one. I forget the name of it now. It's up in the northwest-ish from here.
Okay, I'll find us a place.
Yeah, you get on that.
I'll find us a good spot. Just send me that date. You said that Wednesday?
Yeah, June 10th.
Okay. All right. I'm on it. Let's let it rip.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get back to the pod in a second. It's brought to you by Shady Rays. Shady Rays have clean, classic styles that look sharp. They don't try too hard, but Shady Rays are the best sunglasses that I wear. I just restocked on Shady Rays. I actually got these aviators. I like these aviators a lot. Big T, look at these. You like those?
That's strong.
Yeah, the blue ones. You know
for an aviation enthusiast like yourself.
It's true. You know what I like about the aviators? The ones that they have, they're no tangle. So you probably don't understand this, but for individuals with long hair, such as myself, sometimes the hair would get caught in the nose pieces. You know, the comforting. Right. I don't know what they call those in the biz, but the parts that stabilize the glasses on your nose.
I believe it's a nose pad.
The nose pad, yeah. So the hair would get caught in there. But with these Shady Rays, they've got different nose pads that make it impossible. See that?
Wow.
For the hair to get caught in. So I love these Shady Rays. They're great to wear, especially if you got long hair. I highly recommend them. If you're a male with long hair or a woman with long hair, perfect sunglasses, great aviators. Big T's got some of the red ones on over
Look
there.
at these and the red lenses. I'm rocking the red and blue fit right now. That's a strong look.
It does look good, and I just stocked up on Shady Rays for the summertime. They've got the best optics. They've got polarized lenses. They've got solid hinges on them, and if you lose them, if you drop them, if you break them, if you drop them in a lake, if you sit on them, they're going to replace them. They've got the best lost and broken protection in the business. Go to shadyrays.com, grab a pair, get sunglasses with lost and broken protection. If you're outside this summer, if you're on the water, in the sun, if you're driving every day, you need shades that perform. That's Shady Rays. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer, the strongest offer of the season. Go to shadyrays.com, use code MACRO, get 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. That's 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. There are shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. They've got my personal seal of approval. I wear Shady Rays every day. Go to shadyrays.com, use code MACRO, get 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. Now back to more macrodosing. Big T, also in the news today that you sent over, there's a gambling credit card, or like a slot machine type credit card.
Have you seen this?
I didn't see it till you sent it over. So it's Tuyo is the name of the company.
Because, by the way, every company created by a millennial now, it's required to be 4 letters and like an onomatopoeia that's never been created before.
Yep.
Tuyo, Fubo, Tubi,
Yeah.
Wubo.
Yeah.
So this one is Tuyo.
So this one is like it's a credit card or a debit card? Credit card, I guess.
Debit card, I think.
Debit card. And then sometimes when you use it to purchase stuff, they just randomly select purchases that won't be charged, that they'll cover for you.
Yeah, so their commercial was like, instead of earning 1% cash back or whatever, we'll just every once in a while you'll buy something and we'll just say it's on us. And so obviously that ad went pretty viral. And then people read the terms and conditions, and it's called buy now, pay maybe. And there are no like percentages on when this happens. It's solely at their discretion.
It's just up to them.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they might at some point give you a $3 purchase for free.
Okay.
But people are going to run up a balance on that, like, oh,
because maybe the next one they're going to pay for. Yeah. They're like a slot machine.
So I guess it helps that it's a debit card and not a credit card.
Yeah, because that way it's money that you
at some point you'll hit zero.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like something that should not be legal.
Yeah, where they just like it's like every now and again, up to their discretion, they're just going to bless you with a free purchase or something.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that the more expensive purchases that they cover will be for people that might have higher social media reach. In order for those people to share the fact that if they do any
high purchase at all, yes.
Yes, then they'd be like, yeah, look what I got. This company is so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a slot machine for your debit card. Not a good idea, I don't think. Arian, I have a question for you.
You got an answer?
Is tonight LeBron James' last game?
Yeah, anybody get swept, huh? Shit, you should have bet me, Big T. I would venture to say no. I'm not saying this is why, but I think it might be a factor. I think he deserves it. I think LeBron might want a farewell tour like Kobe had, you know? Like that was one of the really dope things in sports, I remember. And I think he probably wants to go out in the same fashion. I don't know that he can just walk away like this. I think he wants to be and should be acknowledged as one of the greater humans that have seen and played this sport. And if he wants to have one little farewell season, I feel like the league and the fans deserve that. He deserves that from them. Yeah. So I would venture to say no.
Okay.
I'm guessing you're against the farewell.
No,
tour.
I mean, if there's anyone that's I think wanted a farewell tour more, it's probably like LeBron James wants a farewell. He does, but
I think
yeah,
so,
you know how he is, like with the patches this year and all that. Like, it's funny because I think he has like a legitimate understanding of how unprecedented what he's done has been in the game of basketball. But sometimes when you hear people have like an accurate understanding of their contributions, it feels like cockiness and smugness, and it comes across in like an arrogant way. So
I don't see it like
with LeBron, I think he does want a farewell tour, but I said this on part of my take yesterday. I think that he just wants to play golf now. I think that might get in the way of his farewell tour. I think he might just be like full time. I just want to hit the course. I don't really want to. I don't want to put in the work and stay in shape to play basketball and be in the gym as much. I just want to be out there on the course. You know how that goes.
I do. I'm currently facing that. I mean, that's the reason why I don't watch my Lakers no more.
He's also 41.
Yeah, I mean,
that's crazy.
Unprecedented NBA basketball career. Like, we're not gonna see this again. Not in my lifetime. I mean, I'm not gonna see this. Like, this is insane. But that's why I think he deserves a standing ovation at every arena. Yeah, give it to him. Or maybe we can find something unique for him to send him off. I don't know, but I know when they did that to Kobe, warmed to my heart. You know what I mean? Yeah, that man gave you great times in your life.
And what happens?
I'm okay with
What
it.
happens with Bronny once LeBron checks out?
Respectfully. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? 'Cause we're talking
respectful.
about
What happens?
another young man's
Yeah.
son. So respectfully, I think he washes out. Unless Brian has some kind of hand in it. I don't know. But I like again, respectfully. I think he's a solid basketball player. Do I think he's on the Lakers without LeBron? Nah. I don't think he makes the NBA an NBA roster. But again, the one thing you can't measure is a man's heart. So if that man decides to put massive amounts of work in and becomes crazy skilled, and who knows what
Mhm.
can happen. But I don't see it. But that's just me. I mean, who am I? I'm just a regular guy out here, just a regular golfer, 5 handicap, just doing my thing.
I hear you.
What do you think?
I don't know. I just keep going back to the fact that he's 41 years old. It's crazy that he's still playing at a relatively high level in the NBA. It's absolutely insane. I feel like at some point his body's just going to be like, dude, stop doing this to me. Now, is he going to be a Laker next year if he does play, or is he going to go somewhere else? Because that's a possibility too.
Do you want him to? I don't want to see that shit in Cleveland, do you?
I guess it'd be kind of cool. You don't think it'd be cool?
Madison. Mm-hmm. I mean, sure. Yeah, if that's what he wants, I don't. It depends. I don't care wherever he wants to go. If he wants to go play in fucking Seattle, whatever.
Do you know that
Okay,
him on the Lakers is the longest stint he's had anywhere
No.
Mm-hmm.
consecutively?
That's pretty wild.
That is crazy.
He spent his first 7 seasons in Cleveland. He's been there for 8.
Did not know that. So he got there in 2018
Yeah.
and never won a championship.
Correct.
That's wild.
He's not even
Wait.
listening.
Wait, no, yeah, no, I heard it. It's just everybody had the same playing field, man, and they came up victorious. Like whatever you feel about it, that's a you thing, not a us.
But you
thing.
didn't celebrate that. You weren't like,
We won a championship.
yeah,
Like, what
but
do you
it's
mean?
not
the
the
NBA
it's
season
not. It wasn't the same.
to you.
They celebrated in
Because-
front of a screen with like Kevin Hart cheering on it. Like it's just
Hey,
not the
listen,
same.
man.
They did go win the tournament that they had. Absolutely.
That was the tournament that the NBA provided for that year, and the Lakers came out victorious.
That is accurate.
That is what it is. Yeah.
For the NBA Hall of Fame, is it like the NFL where you choose what team you go in as? Like, will he go in as a Laker or
I don't think they have that.
is that a thing?
No.
I have no idea.
It's not even because it's just the National Basketball Hall of Fame. It's not just the NBA. So there's like high school coaches in it.
Okay, so he'll just go in as LeBron James.
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know. The NFL doesn't do teams, I don't think.
I don't think so.
So is
'Cause
it
you
just
just have
baseball?
I think it's just baseball.
Yeah. Because you have the hat on in baseball, so they put a team on it if you want. By the way, speaking of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, rest in peace, Bobby Cox. Tough week
Yeah, really.
for the Braves. Now I hesitate to even say this because I take no joy in the passing of Ted Turner and Bobby Cox, 2 icons. Bobby Cox, one of my favorite guys ever.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves did win the World Series when Hank Aaron passed away
Right.
in 2021.
So it feels like this is a double whammy.
If ever there was a time to do it, it's for Ted Turner and Bobby Cox.
That's a double whammy, yeah.
And by the way, tonight, as people listen to this on Tuesday, the Braves' first game back at home is on TBS against the Chicago Cubs. That's pretty cool. I'm sure they'll do something for both of those guys. But yeah, rest in peace, Bobby. One of the greats. Arian, there was a story that people were telling all their favorite Bobby Cox stories, and there was one that resurfaced from Jeff Francoeur, who said that he got invited to play with Tiger Woods at like 2:00 on a day that they had a spring training game at 1. And he was like, "Oh, sorry, man. Like, I can't. I got to play." And Bobby Cox walked up to him before the game and was like, "You got invited to play with Tiger today?" And he was like, "Yeah, but, it's okay." And he goes, No. After your first at bat, when you run past first base and like grab your ankle a little bit and I'll take you out, and then you can just go straight to the course and play. And so he said he grounded out, ran past first base, grabbed his ankle. Bobby Cox took him out of the game. He went into the locker room, changed, and made it to the first tee as Tiger was on the fairway, and they played 27 holes.
That's great.
Hey, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's Hall of Fame just for that.
He was the man. But
he was I would love to know behind the scenes like what Bobby Cox did on a day-to-day basis to manage that team. Because for a while, the Braves, and this isn't meant to be a knock on Bobby Cox, because I think to keep that team together and keep them competitive for as long as he did is it's no small feat. But that team was stacked. That team had some amazing players, and it seemed like Bobby was very good at managing all those personalities.
I think they all talk about that too. Like every player knew that he had their back, that he would, when they were struggling, he would call them in the office, be like, hey, like, you're playing tomorrow. Like, we got you. Mm-hmm. By the way, Bobby Cox, people forget this because he was a Hall of Fame manager. He was the GM of the Braves who drafted a lot of those guys and then fired the manager and hired himself.
I did not. Yeah, I'd forgotten that.
He was the manager of the Braves. Ted Turner fired him in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And then they actually asked Ted Turner, they were like, what kind of manager are you looking for? And he said, well, if we hadn't fired him, probably somebody like Bobby Cox. Bobby Cox goes and is the manager of the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Ted Turner rehires him as the general manager. He drafts a lot of those guys that the Braves had in the 90s, and then he fired, I forget the manager that he fired, but he fired the guy, and then he was like, I'm the manager again. And then they won 14 straight division titles.
That's crazy.
And a World Series.
Okay, so Bobby Cox got rehired. I knew that he'd managed the Blue Jays for a little bit, and then he came back to the Braves. So he, as a GM, he acquired Tom Glavine, Steve Avery, John Smoltz, Ron Gant, David Justice, and he drafted Chipper Jones. That's incredible.
That would play?
Yeah, what a run that guy went on.
And he was only the GM 86 to 90, so 5 years.
Mm-hmm. And also he's responsible for pinch hitting Francisco Cabrera in Game 7 against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Big cat.
That was Bobby's call.
Or no,
you're
Andres
thinking
Galarraga
was the big cat. Yeah, Francisco Cabrera was a journeyman, like a pinch hitter.
Right.
And so they put him in. I forget who was pitching. Ground ball to left field. Barry Bonds playing way too deep. Sid Bream chugs around third base, running about like a 5.3 40. One knee and scores. That was a great game. I still remember watching that game.
1992.
Yep.
And then who'd they lose to in that World Series? Was it the Blue Jays?
Blue Jays, yeah. Yes, that was the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Because 91 was the Twins.
Correct. The Twins cheated. Then they lost the Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm.
Then they beat the Indians in 95.
Yep.
Should have beaten the Yankees in 96.
Yep.
Then lost the Yankees again in 99.
Yep.
But yeah, Bobby, one of the best to ever do it. Staple of my childhood. Sucks, but legend.
He won 100 games, I'm seeing 6 times. Pretty incredible.
Not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, yeah. In a World Series. I'm really glad he got that World Series. That would have been tough if they had won.
For all those guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
4,
if
5,
Smoltz and Glavine and Maddox and Chipper never got one.
14 division titles.
In a row.
No, 1994 they finished second in the East, but that was a strike shortened season.
They didn't finish.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, nobody finished.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, I guess
no, they won 14 in a row.
And I think that's when the Expos, right? The Expos, that was their year in 1994, and then the strike cut them out, or the lockout.
Were the Braves in the East by 94?
I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah,
because they were in the West for a while.
Yeah, I think they were. I think that might have been the season that they went to the East.
Okay.
That's also crazy is that the Braves were in the West. We don't talk about that.
All their road games were in L.A. and San Diego and Denver.
Yeah.
Or I guess not Denver. They weren't around yet, but San Francisco. But yeah, 14 in a row. The Braves just won, 6 in a row, and it felt like they won it every single year.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that more than doubled.
More than doubled, yeah. They were just the most dominant team. And right now it looks like the Cubs might be the hottest team in baseball. I think they are the hottest team in baseball. The Braves are very good this year too, but Cubs are on their their second 10-game win streak of the season.
Yeah, they've had 2 10-game winning streaks. Still a game behind the Braves, but big series this week.
Yeah. Also in the news, University of Michigan just made a lot of money on an investment. I guess this was through their endowment. They were investing money, and they put $20 million into the first round of OpenAI, the Sam Altman, Elon Musk company, and that $20 million became $2 billion.
Yeah.
So congrats to the University of Michigan.
I don't know if any money from the endowment makes its way over to the athletic department, but even if they gave them just a little slice of that,
I think it's probably also less money that the university will need to ask for from other sources for anything else, which makes it better for the athletic department.
Yeah.
Have you been following the OpenAI, the lawsuit with Elon?
No.
Have you followed it at all, Arian?
Did he? I think so. Did he sued Sam Altman and them? If I'm not okay, yeah. I mean, I haven't followed it, but I'm aware of it.
I need to know.
Spill the Earl Grey.
Well, I don't know that much about it. But we should probably read up on it a little bit, because I feel like it's 2 of the most powerful people in the world going at each other in court. From what I understand, Elon is pissed at Sam Altman because he decided to make it no longer a nonprofit, and steer away from the original mission of the company. But also, Elon is kind of full of shit about most things. I hope that both sides lose, if that's possible.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because from what I've read about Sam Altman is not a great guy, to put it mildly. Kind of like a swindler, and now he's got all these people and all these, like, I don't know, all these like communities angling to now give him money. You know how we pay for billionaires' stadiums through subsidies? He's got now different places in the United States like fighting to give him land and money to build data centers in their backyards, which is actually, I'm starting to see the tides turn a little bit on that. I feel like people are now starting to become anti-data center.
Yeah, but I don't think it's. I do see that, but I would say, but the majority of motherfuckers have like ChatGPT or Claude or some kind of AI on their phone. So it's like, yeah, you're against the effects of AI, but you're not against AI itself.
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I could be wrong with that, but that's I don't see this is not going over. Like, data centers are going to be a thing.
So yeah, in 2015 they started OpenAI together, and then Elon left, and then OpenAI started working with Microsoft, and then Elon was pissed off because he was like, "You should have been a nonprofit. That's what our mission was, but now you're trying to make money off of it." And then Elon sued OpenAI. He sued Sam Altman, and then OpenAI is saying that Elon's wrong, and Elon supported the same business uses that we are trying to steer into, and he's just upset because he's not with the company anymore. And I'm sure that there's some behind the scenes petty stuff, like hiring each other's engineers to try to make their own products better. And so then that leads to bad blood. Now they hate each other. Now they want to put each other out of business.
Well, what grounds does Elon have to say the company's direction after he leaves?
Yeah, I don't know. If he left the company, I guess it all depends on the agreement that they had ahead of time, and the agreement when he left the company, because I'm sure that he forfeited some of his options back to the company. He probably did that in exchange for something else. I don't know. But then he went and he started a rival AI company. So I don't know. But I just feel anytime you got 2 billionaires that are going after each other in court, it's probably going to be some wild stuff that comes out.
We shall see.
Yep.
I have a question about Sam Altman.
Uh-huh.
I try to avoid him at all costs. But when I see things about him and he got like subpoenaed recently for something, or I don't know. Everyone always says when he got fired from OpenAI, but isn't he the CEO of OpenAI?
Sam Altman?
Yeah.
Yes.
But everyone always talks about when he got fired from OpenAI, and I don't know how he got fired from OpenAI and now is CEO. Does anybody know that?
I don't know the lore behind that.
Okay. Because I always see like, oh, he's such a liar. He did all of these crazy things, got fired. But then I'm like, but he is the CEO. So was it a long time ago? And then he just didn't leave. I always get confused by that. But if you don't have the lore, it's okay.
Well, he's always been like in charge of OpenAI, I think.
He started OpenAI, right?
Yeah, there might have been like a power play behind the scenes. Let me look it up. Looks like, yeah, he was fired for a few days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they fired him, then immediately brought him back.
Oh, was fired, and then 5 days later was brought back.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And a brand new board. So it sounds like he won that power struggle right there.
Board of directors ousted co-founder and chief executive. Okay, so they tried to get rid of him. It just didn't work, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No, I mean, that's a fair question. That's kind of crazy. I would like to know the story behind that.
There's a whole Wikipedia page on the outing of Sam Altman.
This is so I did a little research on Elon and Sam Altman's feud. It said the weakness OpenAI is hammering. There was never a signed contract saying OpenAI shall remain a nonprofit forever. Musk is relying on emails, the founding charter, and verbal understandings. OpenAI's lawyers showed him 2018 emails where Altman explicitly told him about plans to raise $10 billion and restructure. And Musk admitted on the stand he did not read the fine print.
I like that.
That's fair.
I saw that. Yeah, he's like,
hands up, my bad, but still, dog. You know,
it was like
nobody reads that shit.
It was like 4 pages, right?
That's funny, bro. The amount of disposable income you have to be able to sue one of the companies with the most motion in the world right now, and just be like, yeah, I mean, I didn't read exactly everything, but still, we here.
I imagine that a lot of CEOs don't read most of the stuff that they sign. They just trust their lawyers.
That's how I am with every new app I get.
Oh yeah, just scroll and check, rinse and repeat.
They could take everything I own, bro.
All right, we got anything?
Although there's some laws against that, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah, I think that there have been a couple of judges that have ruled that like the terms and conditions don't like. There's no reasonable expectation that people will actually go through line by line before they download an app.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like Disney tried to do that, right? With that one lady that was she got like sick at one of their restaurants at the theme park. They said because she was
Disney Plus.
She was a Disney Plus subscriber. She waived her right to sue Disney for anything,
which is hysterical.
Yeah, I respect the lawyers that found that loophole and went for it, but also they're dickheads for doing that.
Yeah.
What else we got in the news today? Anything you want to get into, Arian? Anything in particular going on?
There's not, man. My life's on repeat right now.
In a good way?
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying this junction in my life. Mother's Day just passed. Happy belated Mother's Day to all those beautiful mothers out there, and the ugly one. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, happy Mother's Day, man. I had a great time with my mom's. She always lights up when we come around.
Very nice.
Moms, love you, dog. You're the reason for this evening.
I'm gonna go home and see my mom next Saturday. Excited about that. We'll get back to macro in a second. It's brought to you by Stella Blue. Stella Blue coffee is more than just great coffee. It's coffee with a purpose. That's why we started We Brew to Rescue. It's a nationwide campaign using proceeds from our new ready-to-drink cans to fund 1,000 pet adoptions this year. Every can that you crack open helps a real pet find a real home. It's as simple as that. Made with 100% Colombian coffee, each 11-ounce can delivers smooth, drinkable energy with a boost of protein. It's available in espresso cafe mocha and espresso sweet cream. The best canned lattes out there, period. I love the sweet cream is my favorite. I have been drinking the mocha recently, but the sweet cream is my favorite type of canned coffee that I've had. Best canned lattes in the world. Drink Stella Blue, fuel your day, and help save a pet's life all at once. Get yours now at StellaBlueCoffee.com, Amazon, and select retailers across the country. And then I got some good news because I got my MRI back. You know, I told you my hamstring was messed up, Arian.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some good news from the MRI. It's just like a high grade 2, and the tendon is fine, so I don't need surgery. So I'm pumped about that. I'm retiring. I made an official announcement, but I think I figured out the next direction of my athletic career. So I'm retiring from running. It was a great run.
Love that.
But I feel like that's just not for me right now where I'm at in my life. And as soon as the hamstring gets healed up, I'm going to be focusing on, number one, obviously, Internet Invitational, golf season coming up. I'm going to get the handicap working. Sir. And then secondly, I think I'm going to try yoga. I think I'm going to become like a full-time yoga guy.
Yeah.
Like get really good at yoga. It's stretching. I need to stretch. I've had so many muscle injuries recently. I gotta nip that in the bud. So I'm going to be stretching a lot. It's good for your back, which I also need. And I've heard that it's a great workout that you can actually keep in very good shape and that you feel better after you do yoga.
You can get ripped from yoga.
1,000%.
So I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I'm going to try. What's a good amount of days per week to do yoga?
It depends on which kind you're doing. I used to do Bikram.
Yeah.
Bikram yoga is a little more intense. It's that motherfucker is a workout. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, if you're doing yin.
That's like an hour and a half. So I used to do that like 3 times a week, and I felt amazing.
If you're doing like a yin, which is a more not as crazy as Bikram, you could do it like 4 or 5 times a week. Like you might be sore. This might sound weird. Are you like a flexible guy?
Yeah, I think relatively. Like I was always good at like the V-sit and all that stuff.
Like, can you touch your toes today?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think you'll have as much of like a culture shock to it because I've been with like my dad used to go to yoga with me and he like can't touch his toes and he would be so sore just because your muscles aren't getting used that way. And it's a different type of like, if you're not used to touching your toes, and all of a sudden your whole point of the workout is to stretch yourself out, your hamstrings are going to be sore or whatever. You will probably be sore just because it's a different muscle group that you're not used to using. But after a couple weeks, I think you'll stretch out and then you just get stronger and your core will get really strong if you do it consistently. I love it. I think you'd love it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to, I'm gonna need to love it because I need to replace all my other workouts because it's not working for me right now. So I need to find something that does work. And
if you go to like hot yoga, that shit will have you burning like 500, 600 calories because you're just sweating everything out.
How hot are we talking in hot yoga? I have some questions about hot because I did think about that.
I do hot yoga. There is a place by you that I will tell you about off air.
Okay.
That is probably a bit too hot right off the rip. It's probably 102, 103 in there.
Okay.
And if you go later in the day, if you go at night, it just gets hotter and hotter because it's been on all day. The place I go, it's usually around 94, 95. And that's doable. Like you're not struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
But you're still sweating.
101, 102 sounds excessive. I'll be honest with you.
It's basically like you're in a steam room.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Okay. And then second question with hot yoga, doesn't it get smelly in there? Like everybody's sweating?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't find it to be like a deterrent.
But you know what? For me, it was like, at first I was like, come on, dog. But after a while, I was like, kind of fuck with it. I don't know.
The way you're saying it sounds kind of creepy right now, Arian.
I'm just saying. Like, it's just one of them stances where like, it's like, okay, when you play team sports, right? And after practice or after the game, it's demonstrably funky in there, but it's like you you get used to it and you kind of like, you know what, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you respect the grind and all that encompasses
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
I don't find it to be like you're walking into a football locker room where it's just you're smelling gross all the time, though. I don't find it to be like that.
It's close, man.
I don't know where you're
It's not
going for
close,
yoga.
man.
I think also I will say this, not to be sexist against men. A lot of the places I go for yoga are primarily women.
Mhm.
They don't smell as bad.
That is true. That's valid. I think I'm gonna
True.
start.
But every now and then you get like the granola type that
Wear
don't
natural
like wear
deodorant.
deodorant and shit, and you know, it can
I'm
get
gonna
funky.
start with regular, not hot yoga.
Yeah.
Like regular temperature yoga sounds pretty good.
Yeah, just go to like Core Power.
That's a good place for me to start, I think.
I think that's a great place.
And then, yeah, you can't get in good shape if you just do yoga, right? Like it's a good workout.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally. And you'll be able to be
Oh, yeah.
doing stuff. You'll be able to do handstands if you keep going. Put your leg back behind your shoulder, all that shit.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get to that place.
Who knows? Maybe you'll become like really zen and like really yogi.
Do people get good at yoga like late on in their life?
I don't see
That's
why.
when to do it.
Also, you're not that old. Like you can do it.
I'm pretty old.
But like this is not an old dog new trick
I think
situation. You
the
got it.
number one. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like I'm LeBron retiring from the NBA old.
I think the number one reason for injuries as we get older is people they get stiff and they're immobile, so they can't move. So if you do end up doing a fast quick twitch muscle or something like that, it puts more stress on everything. But if you're loose and limber, like it's really hard to get injured as you age. I would say keep your core tight and be flexible, and I don't think you deal with injuries anymore as a grown up.
Okay.
I think yoga is a perfect place for you post injury.
Okay, we got it.
Namaste.
Namaste. We're gonna do it. Do I have to learn any Indian?
No, I don't think so. You'll learn the names of poses, but those are pretty easy to get in on.
It's like an hour. Is that about how long it takes?
45 to an hour, I'd say.
Okay.
I'd say that's how long you pencil in for.
Okay. I'm in. I'm now a yogi.
Hell yeah.
Is that anyone who does yoga
Yay.
is a yogi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fuck yeah. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
So because of your leg, are you not going to be able to do your walk Wednesdays for a while?
I can't do my walk Wednesdays, but I was actually, this is good news because I was talking to Titus yesterday about yoga. That's what got me like thinking about it because he loves it. So I'm thinking, I was so into it that I scheduled a yoga class for myself today. And then I woke up and I was like, wait a second, I can't go. I've got a torn hamstring. I got to wait to do that. But the fact that I was even thinking about it tells me that my hamstring's healing up real nice. So whenever that's done.
You thought you were in real trouble.
For a while, yeah, because like it was swollen and like blood everywhere. Like the bruising was pretty bad, pretty gnarly. And then at the doctor, they were like, yeah, it might be a torn hamstring tendon because they couldn't feel it. Turns out that was just all the swelling and like the blood and inflammation that on the outside of my hamstring. Like you couldn't feel the tendon at all. So it's a partial tear of the tendon, but to a point where it's like a very small amount of torn tendon. It's going to recover on its own. We'll be okay.
You and Ronald Acuna both avoided disaster with hamstring injuries in the last week.
Good for us. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 elite athletes.
Yep.
Elite athletes. But yeah, hopefully this is the last of my muscle issues because now I'm just going to be fully flexible and limber and we'll be good. Yeah. All right. What else we got today? Big T, got anything else you're fired up on?
That was it, man.
Do you have any comment on Wimby's elbow? Should he be suspended? Do you see that, Arian?
I did. I mean, if we being consistent, then yeah. I think he's just such a nice dude that we probably don't want to take it there with him. But yeah, that was mean, dog.
They are the NBA is anything but consistent with star players in the playoffs. Was it 2014?
Agreed. What are the streets saying?
The Hawks were an 8 seed playing the Pacers, who were a 1, and it was Game 6. The Hawks were up 3-2, and they lost the game, but there was a fight, and the whole Pacers bench emptied out onto the court, including Paul George, and you're supposed to be suspended for that. And they did nothing, and the Hawks got killed in Game 7. So
the NBA has never been super consistent with all that stuff.
No.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Wemby should be suspended for that. The more I think, he won't be, but I feel like he should.
I'd be stunned.
He cocked back and he did that shit. Like he had some intent behind that elbow. I think afterwards he realized it was a stupid thing to do, but in the moment, yeah, he was 100% going after him. Shout out Nas Reed, took it like a champ.
Yeah, he ate that shit.
All right, so RIP to the Lakers. We're gonna say if they're gonna get swept tonight.
Seems that way.
Mm-hmm. But it's not LeBron's final game.
No, he's gonna.
I would, if I was a betting man, I'd say no.
He's gonna milk that thing.
Okay.
Remember, before the season, he did that thing where he tried to make it seem like he was going to announce that it was his last season, and it was like a Hennessy ad or something.
Yep.
He's gonna get them as much as he can out of it.
Yep. All right. Well, we will see you guys on Thursday. Do you want to do the Sam Altman Elon lawsuit?
I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Two
Sure.
despicable people.
Aaron, you into it?
I'm into it, man.
We should do that. All right. Well, we will see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.
Goodbye.